My billionaire client donated $50 million to the hospital that fired me with one condition. I get to run the department that destroyed my career. I've spent 15 years as a wealth management attorney for ultra-high net worth clients. Most days it's routine paperwork, printer trusts, estates, tax strategies. But occasionally I witness what truly unlimited resources can accomplish when combined with personal motivation. Last year, Alina Wand walked into my office. At 42, she'd recently sold her biotech startup for $1.2 billion. Before I built my company, I was an ER nurse at AREN for 7 years, she explained, her voice steady but her eyes intense. I developed a patient care protocol that reduced critical errors by 38%. When I presented it to administration, they dismissed it as overstepping my role. 6 months later, she discovered the hospital's chief of medicine had implemented her exact protocol rebranded under his name. When she confronted him with evidence, she was terminated for insubordination. The official reason, accessing confidential documents without authorization. I was blacklisted from every major hospital in the region, Elena continued. No one would hire a nurse fired for confidentiality violations. I had to leave healthcare entirely. That forced career change led her to biotech, where she developed the patient monitoring system that eventually made her a billionaire. The irony wasn't lost on her parent or me. Metro just announced a capital campaign for a new emergency department, she said, sliding a newspaper across my desk. They need $75 million. I want to give them $50 million. I was confused. You want to donate to the hospital that destroyed your career? Her smile was both serene and terrifying. With conditions, Elena's terms were specific. $50 million in exchange for naming rights to the new emergency department, a position on the hospital board, and ParenTurf, most importantly, to complete authority to restructure the patient safety division. Conditional donations are perfectly legal, I confirmed. Private hospitals accept them all the time. The question is whether they'll agree to your terms. They did, enthusiastically. When a hospital is $75 million short and someone offers $50 million, few questions are asked beyond basic due diligence. Elena's successful biotech background made her board position seem like a coup for the hospital rather than the revenge play it actually was. Yesterday was the formal announcement I attended. As Elena's counsel, watching from the back as the hospital CEO praised her visionary leadership and commitment to healthcare excellence paired the same qualities they had punished her for a decade earlier. The chief of medicine who had stolen her work, Pern, now the hospital's executive director, Perner, didn't recognize her until the CEO announced. And we're thrilled that Elena will personally oversee our new patient safety protocols, bringing her world-renowned expertise to IREN. I watched his face transform as recognition dawned. Elena at the podium looked directly at him as she said, I am especially excited to review all patient safety protocols implemented in the last decade to ensure proper attribution and effectiveness. After the ceremony, he approached her, ashen-faced. You can't just come in and I believe I can, she interrupted quietly. The board unanimously approved my authority over patient safety systems, including personnel reviews. I've already scheduled yours for Monday as we left. I asked if she was really going to fire him. No, she replied. That would be petty. I'm going to do something much worse. I'm going to make him report to me while I fix everything he's broken. And when the department succeeds, everyone will know exactly whose ideas made it happen. This morning, Elena called to tell me the executive director had suddenly announced his retirement, effective immediately. Routinely, he'd rather quit than work under the nurse he'd once fired. The hospital board has asked Elena to lead the search committee for his replacement. Sometimes it's about reclaiming your own parent with interest. If you want to hear what Elena did when she discovered her protocol had been implemented incorrectly for years, follow for part 2.